Tonight, authorities investigating a horrific pileup crash in Alabama that killed 10 people, including 9 children. 18 vehicles slamming into each other on Interstate 65 near Montgomery on Saturday, some bursting into flames. Officials say 2 18-wheelers likely setting off the chain reaction crash. The county coroner saying a car likely hydroplaned on rain-slicked roads as Tropical Storm Claudette moved through the southeast. Authorities tonight identifying 2 of the victims, 29-year-old Cody Fox and his 9-month-old daughter, Ariana.
Hong Kong newspaper Apple Daily will be forced to shut its doors in mere days after the company's assets were frozen under the city's national security law. That's according to an advisor to jailed Apple Daily owner Jimmy Lai. Mark Simon, a spokesman for publisher Next Digital, exclusively told Reuters that while they thought the paper could run through June, money will now run dry in days. Simon spoke by phone from the U.S., saying, quote, "Vendors tried to put money into our accounts and were rejected. We can't bank." Jimmy Lai is a staunch critic of Beijing and was jailed under the national security law earlier this year and has since had his assets frozen. The news comes days after 5 Apple Daily executives were arrested as part of a police raid, which was later condemned by the UN and global rights groups.
They call themselves the Sangorians. They may be named after a Turkish soap opera, but they're not to be taken lightly. The militia is among the fiercest forces fighting against the Taliban on the Afghan battlefield. Taliban attacks on government forces and their allies have increased since May, when the U.S. began the formal withdrawal of its troops. Since then, the Taliban says it's captured more than 40 districts. Officials say the armed group is now present in almost every province and is closing in on several major cities. It's the same strategy the militants employed in the 90s when they controlled most of the country.
The Myanmar junta leader Min Aung Hlaing has arrived in Moscow to attend a security conference. This is his second known trip abroad since the military launched a coup and ousted Myanmar's democratically elected leader Aung San Suu Kyi. Senior General Hlaing left Myanmar on Sunday on a special flight. State-run media has reported that the Russian defense minister invited him to attend the same conference. He also was greeted by the Russian ambassador to Myanmar at the airport. As of now, there is no information on how long Hlaing is expected to stay on in Russia. Remember, Russia is Myanmar's ally and a major arms supplier to the country's military. The visit comes after the UN General Assembly called on member states to prevent the flow of arms into Myanmar. 119 countries approved it. Russia and China were among those nations that abstained from the vote, while Belarus voted against it.
The Delta variant, first identified in India, has now spread to 80 regions around the world. The variant has been deemed highly transmissible, but now studies show the variant is capable of evading antibodies. According to a study in India, which is currently being peer-reviewed, the Delta variant escapes the antibodies gained by the body, either through earlier infection or through vaccination. The study added its ability to escape antibodies means higher transmissibility and this could potentially impact the global vaccination program moving forward. With fears over the Delta variant spreading further, Belgium will ban entry to non-EU travelers from the UK. The UK is on a list of 27 nations subject to the ban effective June 27th.